What's up with homeowners associations? Why are HOAs such a hot topic? Why are there so many, and are they worth the expense? Many homebuyers say they prefer not to live in a subdivision with an HOA, but with over 9,800 of them in the state of Arizona, is that even realistic these days? In this video, I'll take a look at the ins, the outs, the ups, the downs, and the pros and cons of Prescott area homeowners associations. And if you find any of this information helpful or entertaining, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. So here we go. How does a city with a limited budget provide more amenities for its citizens without raising taxes and without the expense of long-term maintenance? Well, the answer is HOAs. Cities encourage developers to build subdivisions and planned communities in which the homeowners cover many of the costs. Street maintenance, landscaping, community parks, and recreation centers. These are things cities and towns would like to provide to their residents, but tight budgets usually prevent them from doing so. In addition, HOAs help maintain property values. In fact, homes in an HOA, on average, are valued 4% higher than non-HOA homes. That benefits the developer and increases the city's tax base. It's a win-win for them. But what about the homeowner? For residents, some of the pros of an HOA are not only the manicured neighborhoods and the architectural harmony, but the amazing amenities some of them offer. Sports courts, swimming pools, fitness centers, and spas. You can find spectacular community centers, some with restaurants and bars. Some subdivisions are surrounded by paved private walkways or hiking trails. And of course, there are the golf and the equestrian communities. But everything comes with a price, and not only monetary. There are often many restrictions by which residents of HOA communities must abide, and some people consider those rules and regulations to be a definite con. Do you have a pet? Well, an HOA can limit the number of animals you can have on your property and even specify their size and breed. But on the other hand, some communities offer special facilities for pets. Here in Prescott, recreational vehicles are very popular, but in many HOAs, they are highly restricted. You may not be able to park your RV in your driveway, even to load it before use. In the communities that do permit you to store an RV on your property, you might need to ensure that it is entirely out of view of your neighbors. That said, there are communities that offer dedicated RV parking spaces. Some communities do permit you to landscape your own yard, but provide strict guidelines. There are communities in Prescott that specify if you place decorative rock in your landscaping, you must use stone native to Yavapai County. Now, there are two types of HOAs, professionally managed and self-managed. In a professionally managed HOA, an outside company is brought in to maintain the community, enforce the rules, collect the dues, and impose fines for non-compliance. A professional HOA management company may administer a number of different communities, so it's important to explore the company's reputation prior to purchasing a home in a professionally managed homeowners association. Now, a self-managed HOA is governed by a board of directors elected from and by the community members themselves. Now, the advantage here is that the board members live in the community and are generally aware of any problems. However, the downside is they are also your neighbors, and that can be an issue when conflicts arise. Now, board members do have term limits set in the HOA's bylaws, so if you purchase a home in a self-managed HOA, you should be prepared to have a greater level of involvement, especially when selecting your board members. That way you can ensure proper representation and, above all, competent management. What exactly does it cost to live in an HOA? Well, there is, surprise, no simple answer. To begin with, Arizona is second highest in the nation when it comes to average monthly HOA dues, $448. This is February of 2024, by the way. That said, there is a popular community in Prescott where the fee is a mere $100 a year. At the other end of the spectrum, in Prescott's luxury gated communities, the number might run well into the thousands. So the answer is fees vary. Now, dues can be assessed either monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually, and keep in mind the amount might increase over time, though any increase is usually limited by the HOA's governing documents to a certain percentage. In addition to dues, some communities assess a transfer fee when a home is sold to a new owner. The home's seller might offer to cover that fee as an incentive to the buyer, but there are communities that insist that the buyer alone pay the fee. Special assessments are another add-on. Now, these are generally associated with a community project or emergency repairs. Again, the HOA's documents normally limit the amount of any special assessment, and should the managing board decide that more funds are needed, it would have to be approved in a vote by the members of the community. In general, the cost of living in a specific subdivision is relative to the amenities that community offers. But since HOAs have a great deal of power and limited oversight, there are no standards. And by the way, the state that has the highest average monthly HOA dues might surprise you. It's the state of Missouri. Now, if you find yourself in non-compliance, don't do it with the HOA rules, the CC&Rs. You will get a warning, and if you don't correct the issue, you can and probably will be fined. How much? Well, that is something, again, that varies from community to community. Can an HOA take your home? You bet they can, but here there are some legal limitations. In Arizona, you need to have at least $1,200 in delinquent dues or be a minimum of 12 months behind in your payments, that would be dues or fines, before the HOA can initiate foreclosure proceedings. But with dues in Arizona averaging above $400, you can see how quickly that could happen. Best advice? When you receive a letter from your HOA, open it immediately. HOAs have a significant amount of power. In Arizona, there is very little government regulation over anything. However, there has been a call for more HOA oversight, and in 2022, Arizona's governor at the time signed legislation that did address some specific rights of homeowners living in HOAs. So there it is. Now, I hope this didn't discourage you. With nearly a third of Arizona homes in an HOA, they can't be all bad. Just remember that living in a homeowners association is an investment in your own community and in the value of your home. Not only that, it can greatly impact your quality of life. As with anything else, you have to weigh the benefits and be sure to educate yourself before making a decision. My name is Eric Matthew. I am a real estate agent with the Pareja Group, one of the top real estate teams in Prescott, Arizona. I hope you found some value in this video, and if you did, remember to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you won't miss future Prescott-related content, and I post a lot. If you have any questions, please go ahead and drop them in the comments. You'll find my contact information in the video description if you'd like to reach out to me directly. Thanks so much for watching. Cheers.